I'm Taren S, a High Priestess in an American folkloric tradition, and I've been brewing magic for a very long time now. Come on in, let's brew some together. Hello, hello! Welcome to the House of Witchcraft. I'm so happy you're joining me today for another Magical Herbs on Fire. And of course, if you're a new witch, welcome home. Welcome home. You know you are our next generation. You are the ones that we're giving all of this to, just as it was given to me. I'm giving it off to you. It's up to you to take it and make it yours. All right, witches? Now, with that said, today's incense blend is called the Three Holy Incense. It is based on frankincense, myrrh, and sandalwood, which are three holy herbs, resins. They've been blended together and used in temples for actually thousands and thousands of years. This particular recipe is a oldie but goodie, you know? Now, this is a working. When we are creating an herbal incense as an offering or as part of a working that we're doing, it's making sure that when you're blending it, you're in the right headspace, okay? You've taken the time to set your area up, to set your headspace up. And of course, anytime, you know, we are doing magic, anytime we're opening ourselves to spiritual realms, we want to stop and say a little prayer. And so I'm going to light a little candle here to the goddess, and I'm going to ask her that she guides me in my endeavors, you know, that she's watching over me as I'm making this herbal incense, that there is sacredness to this, all right? And so we say our prayers, and you don't have to do anything that you don't feel. If you don't feel a candle, don't do a candle, all right? My last video, I had my altar was all up, so I actually didn't light a little candle here because it wasn't needed. It's not that you do it every time. All right, I'm going to start out first here. I'm having to use the mortar here. Now, good quality myrrh. I don't know how well I can show up in my camera. And it's good quality myrrh. All right. Now, y'all witches know when we're doing our herbal incenses, we are not trying to make up cups and cups of something. Typically, I use about actually a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of different ingredients. This one is in equal amounts. So what I want to make sure I put an equal amount of myrrh in there to equal amount of my frankincense. And I wish I'd ground this up just a little more. Oh, that looks about good. Now my sandalwood that I have, I've already ground up. I did this for another working I was doing, and I had some extra. So again, I'm using about a teaspoon and a half, equal amounts. All right, and now that I got my little pedestal, I'm sitting here, I'm working it. These are the three holy incense. This is the herbal offering that I'm putting on my altar to the Great Mother Goddess, to all things holy and sacred. And I want to speak these words while I'm sitting here grinding on it, all right? Speak it aloud. Sacredness and protection. May these sweet offerings, burnt offerings, you know, please you. You can use all sorts of phraseologies, but it's about getting your intention. It's about you and these herbs, you know, melding together. You putting a little of your energy into it. You're sort of tag locking yourself to it. Because these herbs have been burnt for thousands and thousands of years in temples and in workings, and it's being done in a sacredness that we need to continue on. What's the difference between burning dollar store incense and burning this? My energy, my headspace, That's the difference. All right. I don't, actually, I'm going to use my mixing bowl for this because I like to circle things around. That's my own little tidbit, my own little recipe that I do. All right, sit right here. Now that I got it up in my bowl, I'm going to stop. These are the 3 holy herbs that have been used in temples. And now I am using it in my temple to the great mother goddess, to divinity as I see it. This is my altar. Magical breath. You activate your magical breath by breathing in 1, 2, 3, exhaling 1, 2, 3, and that 4th breath, that deep inside you, that's what you're after. You're going to put that across that. This is your offering to divinity. Now for me, I'm going to swirl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, yeah, I know there was a little extra in there. Ooh, done rang a bell for spirit realm folks. Now we're here. All right, now I'm going to put it up in my little bowl here that I got. This is the actual bowl that I set up on my altar space or wherever I'm burning my herbs. Once I'm done, I'll set it up. Now I have my space, and I use a little seashell, as you can see right here. It's abalone seashell, briquette charcoal, and about 7 or 8 pieces of tinfoil. Always tinfoil and ventilation. Crack a window, witches, crack a window. You be taking a trip off the farm and you ain't never left the pasture, and the next thing you know, your head swelled up like a hangover. This is not a good thing to breathe in a lot of. Okay, I'm gonna light it up. And then I'm going to take my little offering that I've made here, and as y'all can see how much I've made, I've actually made, let's see, this is a good 3 days as far as I'm concerned, because I'll come in here tonight, I'll put me my little dabby do on there, stand there, give it up. I've lit holy sacred herbs to give to divinity. I'm going to stand there for a moment. I might do a meditation. Good time to sit and maybe sip on an herbal tea at the same time I'm doing this, all right? And I will do this typically for 3 nights in a row, and I'll come back the next night. And again, y'all see how much I'm putting on there. This isn't about dumping lots and lots. That's the big thing I want to say. And of course, you know, check out my books below. I'm an author. It's a big thing of mine that I did not realize that there were folks that were like, what does Taren do? Taren writes. Taren's been writing. Taren's been a witch for almost 40 years. Taren is part of a lineaged coven, a lineage line of witches. From my High Priestess's coven to my first coven circle in the Willows to the Witch's Cottage here in San Diego. I've been a part of this tradition for almost 35 years now. All right. We are a folkloric American witchcraft tradition. All right. And as I tell people sometimes, we're funky gumbo, and we need to keep the funk in our gumbo, because that's what we're really about, witches. These recipes are meant to inspire you, meant to empower you, to take it, tweak it, and make it your own. All right? The craft, it's an art, a personal art at its finest. And so you got to get up in these herbs. You got to get up in these resins and use them, all right? And once you start putting these vibrations around you, once these energies are all around you, it changes your life. That's all I'm saying, witch. It changes your life, all right? 'Cause I know I personally wouldn't be doing it this long if it didn't work. Know what I'm saying there? All right. I think I'm going to keep this one fairly short. Any questions, comments, please leave them below. I love all of the information. I love the stories. It is just so amazing to wake up in the morning and read some of these comments, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all just say the sweetest things to me. I can't enough with all the sweet things there. All right, witches, y'all have as bright of a blessed day as I'm having during the season of the dead, because this is what this is all about right now. We are up in spirit realm, folks, so make sure you're feeding them altars. Make sure you're saying the prayers, especially for our recently deceased. We just got too many of them, witches. We just got too many. All right. We got to say a prayer of healing, a prayer of passage, a prayer of a gentle journey to all those folks who've recently passed. Okay. And I'm going to stop right there, or else y'all going to see me start crying. All right. Y'all have as bright of a blessed day as I'm having, and as always, amen. Blessed be Ashe and Abobo.